Hit record there. Okay, so we're working our Pilates prescription this evening is for pelvic floor and core. They are all one. Part of your core is your pelvic floor. When we talk about the girdle of strength in Pilates, it refers to the girdle including the pelvic floor muscles. The glute muscles aren't strictly core, but they are intrinsic in the balance of the pelvis, the spine health, and how your core balance works. So we're kind of thinking the glutes are core as well. Anyway, we're mainly working on pelvic floor, and that's our focus tonight. So first of all, before we get down on the ground, I'd like you to put one hand behind, one hand in front. Try and get your fingers to meet underneath, so you're making your own little girdle underneath. We're not going to hold the arms there long because it's not comfortable for a lot of people, so just have them there and close your eyes. And just where your hands are resting underneath, if you think of that as a web of muscles that go between your pubic bone and the coccyx, your tailbone. Inhale, exhale all the air out, and at the end of the exhale, feel the muscles in that space pulling upwards away from your hands. So your rectum, your vaginal muscles, your urethra muscles are squeezing up, and then inhale, relax. Exhale again, contracting. Back passage, middle passage, front passage, or just two if you've only got two. And then inhale, relax. Do that one more time. Exhale all the air out. At the end of the exhale, squeeze those muscles up like you're lifting your inner girdle. And then inhale, relax your arms. Take the other hand in front, the other arm behind. This time we're going to do the same. Exhale all the air out. Then do 3 pulses with the muscles. They squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Inhale. Exhale all the air out. This time, instead of 3 pulses, just squeeze and hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Final thing, exhale all the air out. Hold the muscles up and breathe. 3, keep the muscles engaged. 2, 1. And then relax. Okay, we're going to try that on our back. Come down with your head on a blanket or something small, just to give you a little bit of neck support. If you've got a cushion or a block, pop it between your inner knees. Rest your hands on your pelvis so your fingers are across your abdomen, elbows on the floor. Okay, so get you a neutral pelvis, and we're just going to do those same exercises we did standing, but lying on your back. So inhale. Exhale all the air out. Bring a little squeeze to the block, just a little bit, and then feel the lightness of the squeeze on your inner thighs travelling up into your pelvic floor at the end of the exhale, holding it there. And then inhale, relax. 2 more of those. Exhale, a little squeeze on your block, engaging the inner thighs up into the pelvic floor, and then gently into your lower abdomen, so you're feeling the muscles behind your hands gently pulling in. Inhale, relax. 1 more, exhaling, that little squeeze, travelling like a zip, zipping up from your knees, underneath toward behind the belly button. Inhale, relax. Okay, then we do the pulses. So exhale the air out, and then pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Hold the breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Engage. Now hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Engaging the pelvic floor muscles again for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Back passage. Like you need a number 1 and a number 2, all those muscles engaging, and then relax. Take the block out, pop that to the side for a moment, rest your hands on the front bones of the pelvis, open your right knee to the side, keep the left knee still, and then bring the knee back into centre. Try not to let the pelvis move. Left knee opens, inhale. Exhale, knee to centre. Right knee opens, inhale. Exhale, knee to centre. Good, keep moving like this. Only one leg moving, the other leg stays perfectly still, so the foot remains flat on the floor with one foot. You're hinging on the outside edge of the other foot. While you're doing this, you're trying to pin the back of your pelvis to the ground and use your pelvic floor muscles to assist in the pulling back in of that leg. Last time, left leg, so pelvic floor muscles connected to the inner thigh, coming up and in, engaging. Nice, bring your feet in a little closer to your bottom, arms down by your side, and let's go to some shoulder bridges. Press through your feet, roll up through your spine. Inhale at the top, level on the back of the shoulder blades. Exhale, roll your way back down. Let's see if we can think about the pelvic floor muscles working. Inhale. Exhale, as you press through your feet, hollow your pelvic floor muscles towards your belly. Hollow your belly to your spine and roll up from there. Inhale at top. Exhale, roll down. One more, inhale. Exhale, that pelvic floor hollowing in, belly hollowing in, and then your roll up has recruited some pelvic floor muscular contraction, even if you might not feel it's a pelvic floor exercise. Roll up this next time and stay up. And then let's stay at the top of the bridge and just practice short contractions. So inhale, in fact just breathe normally, and we're just going to, at your own pace, just squeeze, release, squeeze, release. You're not squeezing your buttocks, so if you touch your bottom, you shouldn't be feeling your bottom squeezing tightly like you're trying to crack a nut between your buttock crease. You're just trying to engage your pelvic floor muscles rather than tighten your bottom. Three more. 2, 1. Roll your spine down. Come into a little knee hug, one hand each knee, and circle the knees open and closed. Okay, so now that we've had a bit of awareness to the pelvic floor, just keep your awareness with that as we go into our more abdominal core focus, but recruit the pelvic floor muscles at the same time. Okay, feet down to the floor, have your legs together so your inner knees touch, arms by your side. Extend your right leg from the knee so your knees are still touching, and then bring your foot to the floor. Extend left leg from the knee, inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, extend, inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, extend, inhale, foot to floor. One more each leg. When your leg extends, we want to try and keep the back from lifting. Okay, abdominal curl, arms hover off the floor, head and shoulders up, and we go again. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Almost like you're hollowing your belly in a bit more when the leg extends. So instead of your tummy following the leg, your tummy is pulling away from the leg. Last one. Hands behind your head, let's add a rotation. Right leg straightens, twist to the left. Back to centre. Left leg straightens, twist to the right. Inhale, centre. Exhale, twist. Inhale, centre. Exhale, twist. We're not pulling over with the elbow. We are rotating the rib cage. Inhale, centre, pause there, and then we're coming into the 100, leave your feet on the floor, arms forwards, curl up a little bit more, in 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze the pelvic floor muscles, particularly on the exhale, in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more breaths, 1, head and arms go down. Next stage, single leg fold, double knee fold. From here, same range of movements. Straighten your right leg 45 degrees away, inhale, bend. Straighten the left leg out, inhale, bend. 2 more each leg. As the leg extends away, exactly the same principle. We want to try not to let the tummy follow the leg, but to feel your waist pulling back away from the leg. Actually, it doesn't move, but the muscular contraction is there. Abdominal curl, head and arms float off the floor, same leg movements. Extend, inhale, bend. Exhale, extend, inhale, bend. Oh, have I not got my microphone on? Oh yes, I have. I thought for a second then you were all just having to guess what you're doing. Okay, and then hands behind your head. Right leg straightens, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Left leg straightens, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Twist. Center. Twist. One more each way. And then finally, arms down, double knee bend for the 100. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's harder to get your pelvic floor muscles engaging in a double knee fold because there's a lot more muscular work going on. So see if you can try and get that little recruitment of the pelvic floor muscles, particularly when you exhale. That's when it's easier. One more breath. Now we get a little neck rest, but the legs stay there. And we're trying double legs this time, but you can stick with single legs if double legs is too much. Inhale. Exhale, both legs push away 45 degrees. Inhale, bend. Exhale away. Inhale, bend. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 1. With the abdominal curl, head and shoulders off the floor, backs of the legs extending. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, belly hugs back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 3. Can you feel your pelvic floor pulling away from the feet? Tiny amount. Exhale, 1. Hands behind your head, legs straighten, rotate left. Inhale, center, legs straighten, rotate right. Inhale, center, 4 more. So double leg stretching with a rotation. You can always stick with the single leg. 2 more. 2. We shouldn't feel the pelvis rocking side to side. Stays nice and central. Then a straight leg 100. Stick with bent knees if you prefer. The 100. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 more. 3. 2. 1. Knees in, head down. A little butterfly stretch for the legs. Relax open with your arms and take some time out. Oh, well, we've been doing a few more rounds than that in class this week. And let's just say I'm glad I'm doing the class with the shorter rounds. Full body stretch, legs straight, arms back. Wriggle. Give your tummy a nice stretch out. Maybe even a yawn will pop out. Turn onto your side. Just come to the side that faces the screen first. I am going to have to flip arms because I can't lift on that shoulder at the moment. It's almost better, but it's still, I don't know if you know that, I fell out of bed on Harry and just wrenched it a bit. Anyway, right, so slightly lighter version, knees are bent in line with wrist. Stronger version, your knees can stay there, but straighten out from the lower legs, so you've got your top foot in front of your bottom foot, and the knees will still be a tiny bit bent. You're not looking to straighten your legs in this position right now. Knees are floppy on the floor together. Take your top arm up, and then lift the rib cage towards your top arm. That's going to help you from collapsing in your bottom shoulder and bring you into a nice long straight line. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips off the floor. Press through your forearm. Ankle bones are off the floor, especially if you've got straight legs. Okay, so we're going to go down, up. 7, 6, 5, 4, not quite landing on the floor. 2, 1, down, over to the other side. I'm not going to be doing this. Legs either bent, so you're pivoting on the knees, or the legs straighten. Top arm up in the air, then lift the ribs toward the top arm, and either just stay there because you're engaging, or if you touch your waistline now, you'll feel it's firm. You're firm around the middle, it's engaged. So you can either stay there or go for those 8 lifts again. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down, and then come round to lie on your tummy. Rest your head on your hands. Give your bottom a little rock. Give your shoulders a little shimmy. And then be still. Pelvic floor squeezes. Relax your legs, inhale. Exhale, squeeze up the pelvic floor muscles. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. If I was looking at your bottom now, would I see it tightening up? Probably looking very good, nice and firm, but we're not aiming for that. I want you to isolate it as the pelvic floor. Okay, and then exhale and do 3 pulses. Exhale the air out and pulse 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull pelvic floor muscles up and pulse 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax. One more time. Exhale, engage. Pulse 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax. Let's see if we can hold it this time. Exhale, hold for a count of 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax. Again, exhale, engage. Hold 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax. One more time. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax. Take your arms down by your side. Let's see if we can engage the pelvic floor muscles with a lift. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll back your shoulders, float head, chest and arms off the floor. At the top, practice engaging your pelvic floor muscles. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Take a full breath here. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor switched on, belly switched on, sides back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, taking one full breath at the top. So inhale, exhale again, pelvic floor connecting to your core girdle. Inhale, last time, up, one full breath. Okay, now stay engaged. Inhale, a little bit stronger. Exhale, fingertips touch temples. Inhale, arms by your side. Exhale, fingers to temples. Inhale, arms by your side. Exhale, fingers to temples. 2 more. One. Arms by your side. Lower down. Push back to child's pose. That's one of my favourite pelvic floor exercises, lying on the tummy and lifting. Relax your shoulders. And then bring something soft in for your knees. Let's work a little into our glutes. Oh, I've missed out the forearm plank. We'll do the glutes first, then we'll do forearm plank. Okay, so straight arms to begin with. Right knee off the floor, circle the right leg. 3, 2, 1, circle it the other way. 3, 2, 1. Keep the right knee off the floor, drop your left forearm to the ground, look to the right and come onto your right fingertips. Straighten your right leg out so the hip opens to the right. Now bring your knee towards arm, push straight. 4 more, knee to arm, push straight. 3, 2, 1. Keep the leg in the bent position, look to the floor and then bring knees together, knee open. 4 more, together, open. 3, 2, 1. Knee down, straight arms. Other side, start straight arms, left knee circles. 2, 1, and circle the other way. 3, 2, 1. Keep the left knee off the floor, drop your right forearm to the ground, come onto your left fingertips, straighten your left leg so your pelvis opens to the left, then bring knee towards arm, straighten back out. You're looking to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg in bent position, look to the floor, knees together, knees open. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Knees together, straight arms, downward facing dog. Stretch your sit bones back, stretch your hamstrings, back of the legs. Walk your hands to your feet, dangle over your legs, hang loose. And then we're coming into forearm plank, so come back down onto your knees. I'm going to put something soft for my elbow, my forearms, up to you whether you do. And just have your forearms parallel with each other. We're going to stay on our knees, but when you first come down, you're probably in this position on your knees. And I would like you to be lower with the hips because this isn't a forearm plank position. So your knees walk back until your hips are about level with your shoulders and you feel your shoulders are directly over your elbows. Keep like that and try bringing your toes to the ceiling. That will help you not be on your kneecaps, so it's not quite as pinchy on the kneecap. And hug your belly in. We're just going to hold it for a little while so that we can practice pelvic floor use in a plank. And that's why we're on our knees rather than straight arms. So see if you can just do your little pulses, and we're going to go for 10 small pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then feet down, and again hang forwards over your legs, let your arms dangle. Give your head a little yes nod. Relax, and then a little no turn. Relax. And roll up. Roll your shoulders back. And then take your left hand, catch hold of your right arm, drop your head to the left. Up to centre, switch sides. Up to centre, come down onto your back, head back on that little cushion or blanket. Figure 4 stretch, right ankle onto left knee, left leg in towards you. Like any other muscle in our body, our pelvic floor muscle loses tone if it doesn't get exercised. If it becomes weak, it means that we are more likely to experience leakage when we cough, or when we laugh or sneeze, or when we're really desperate for the toilet. Our toilet control might not be quite as strong, as good. Same for number 2s. Okay, let's do a little twist. So left foot to the floor, move your bottom a fraction off to the right, straighten your left leg down the mat, and take your knee across to the left, holding your knee with your left hand. Supine twist. Also, if we don't exercise the muscles, like I say, just like any other muscle in our body, it becomes weaker, but it will weaken also with childbirth because it gets overly stretched, a bit like tummy muscles get overly stretched when they're after pregnancy, and sometimes when you've had a few children their elasticity is weakened longer term. Come back to centre, both feet back to the floor, bottom back to the middle. Other side, left ankle onto right knee, figure 4 stretch. But also, like any other muscle in our body, it needs toning and strengthening, but it also needs to relax. So we don't want to go around constantly trying to squeeze our pelvic floor muscles. That is not the aim of this, because remember, it connects to other parts of our body. So if we always try and squeeze in the pelvic floor, we will end up with unhealthy tension related to that. So we want to be able to engage them, but also to be able to relax them. Right foot to the floor, shift your bottom slightly off to the left, straighten your right leg, and take your left knee across, holding it with your right hand. Twist. Back into centre, both feet to the floor, bottom to the middle of the mat. Full body stretch, arms overhead. And take it to banana stretch, feet to the right corner, head and shoulders to the right. Pull left wrist, cross left ankle. Get your ears level with your biceps. Get your hips level with each other. So if you feel like your left hip is lifting higher than your right hip, drop the left hip. Over the other way. And then back to centre. Bend the legs, lift your bottom, stretch your lower back long, reset it to the centre of the mat, just in case you've gone offline. Same with your head. And then straighten your legs wide down the mat, arms off the mat. Relax, close your eyes. If it's cold in your house, throw something over yourself. Even though we're only here for a minute or two, make it really count. Try not to let being cold get in the way of your body being able to relax. Another breath. And wriggle your fingers and your toes. Shift your arms and your legs. Feet flat. Tilt the pelvis back and forwards. Turn to your side or hug your knees, whichever you prefer. Come up to sitting. And roll your shoulders back and round. Let your shoulders fall, drop your head one way, and this time drop the corner of your chin down, looking slightly down towards your lap. Reverse and go the other way. Chin falls in. And reverse, back up to centre, back to a shoulder roll. And then just loosen off. Great. Well done, everybody. Thank you.